Welcome to Saitechinfo channel, my dear students. So this problem is asked in colligative properties, that is in dilute solutions. You just go through this problem. The solution of glucose in water. Glucose in water. So glucose is the solute and water is the solvent. So by convention, that is water, that is solvent, is always represented by 1, solute is represented by 2. So in that case, water is the solvent, solute here is glucose because it occupies the smaller portion, whereas water occupies the major portion in a solution. So it is labeled, that is glucose is labeled as 10% weight by weight. So it is given as weight by weight percentage, okay? That is weight by weight percentage. And then what would be the molality? Now it is asked as molality. So molality, m, it is represented as m. Molality is asked. Mole fraction. So second question is we have to find out mole fraction of the solute. So this is mole fraction of the solute. It's called chi, chi, chi. Then for each component of the solution, so not only for the solute, for chi1 also, this is mole fraction of solvent, mole fraction of solute. So both of them should be found out. Then if the density of the solution, so the density is given. So this is another question. Density is given here. Density of the solution is 1.2 gram per ml, okay? Then what shall be the molarity? So the second case, if the density varies, okay? So density is 1.2 gram. At that time, what is the molarity of the solution? So this is molarity, the next question. So how many questions have been asked? That is molality is asked. Is it not? So question number 1. And mole fractions are asked. Question number 2, 3. Then density is given, and based on the density you have been asked to find out molarity, okay? So that is question number 4. So these are the 4 questions asked. And first of all, that is when you attempt to solve the problem, you should be able to identify what are given. So that's what I have written clearly here on the question itself. Now we can do like this, given, list out all these things given. So given is that is weight by weight percentage is given. So weight by weight percent is given. How much? That is 10%, okay? Right. And then that is just go through that. It is glucose. So it is glucose. So the solute is, because we should know what is the solute. So solute is glucose. So C6H12O6, okay? And then water is given as solvent, okay? So solvent here is water, okay? Solvent here is water, that is H2O, right? And any other parameter given? For the next set of questions, they are given the parameter, that is D, the density. So density is equal to 1.2 gram per mole per ml. You can put ml or -1, okay? So when you look at the sum, there are some direct data given. Sometimes you have to derive the data also, and there will be some reference data also to be used in the problem. So what are the data which can be derived from the given data? For instance, we can derive the molecular weight of the glucose, is it not? So let us find out molecular weight, M2, as I already mentioned, that is, this is solvent, 1 is solvent and 2 is solute, okay? So based on that, molar mass of solvent, that can be worked out. So for carbon, we know that is 12. So 12 into 6, 72. And hydrogen, there are 12 hydrogen, so 12, and there are 6 oxygen, so 96. How much? 10 balance 1, 10, and then 3, so it is 180, is it not? Okay, so 180. So molar mass of glucose is 180 gram per mole. And the next one is we can find out for water. So molar mass of water, H2O, that we know, 18 gram per mole. So these are the derived data, and there is one more thing given here, that is the density. So density is nothing but what? Mass by volume, is it not? Now let us work out. We have to highlight what are the formula we can use here. First of all, that is a weight by weight percentage formula is used here. Okay, so these are the formula. This is given and this is formula to be used. Formulae you can put. Okay. Weight by weight percentage is given by what? W2 by, that is weight of the solute, divided by weight of the solution. Okay, into 100. This is first formula. And molality is asked, is it not? So molality is equal to W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by weight of the solution. So weight of the solution is nothing but W is equal to W1 plus W2. So compared to the weight of solute, weight of solvent is much more, so W2. So sometimes in the case of dilute solution you can neglect that, so it becomes approximately W is equal to W1. So you can replace this W by W1 also. Okay, right. And the next important thing is next formula, molarity. So molarity is given by, that is W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by V, where in this case volume of the solution in ml. Please note down this point, 1000 divided by V. Okay, right. And density and mole fraction you should know. Mole fraction is equal to N2 divided by total number of moles, and N2, you know, N2 is equal to W2 by M2. So these are the required formula for this problem to solve. And you have one more formula, chi1 plus chi2 is equal to 1. So from this chi1 can be found out once you are able to find out chi2. So 1 minus chi2. Okay, and another important formula, that is density. So density is equal to weight by volume of the solution. So these are the, how many formula we have? Formula number 1, and this is 2. Then you have to make use of this formula 3 and 4. Then you have to identify this also 5, and you can make use of this formula 6. So you need to work out all these things. Okay, and based on that you can proceed with the solution. So I have given overall clue for this attempt this sum. Now let us proceed with the problem. So here let us attempt the first one. So what is the first question asked? Molality. So this is the first question asked. Okay, let me change the color. Right. So the first question is molality, that is asked, molality of the solution. So what is the formula? Molality is equal to, so you have got the formula here, that is W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by, instead of W1 you can put W, you can put W1. So which are the parameters known to us? So here, that is a W2. So we have to find out W2. So we have to apply this formula, is it not? So because it is given as a W percentage only. So you have to apply the W percentage formula here. Okay. So from this we can get. So W percentage is given. So we have to combine these two formula. W percent, W by W percent is equal to what? That is W2 by W into 100. Okay, right. So in that case, W2 is how much? The weight given here is 10% solution. So this is 10% solution, 10% solution. And then we have, that is W2. So we have to find out W2. Percentage means you know already, so 100. So 100. So it means W2 is 10 gram. Okay. Just for the logic I put, you know, well already when I say W percent is 10% means 10 gram. But let us have a logic so that it can be accurately achieve the answer. Okay. Now we can make use of this W2 and we have got already M2. Then weight to the solution, weight to the solvent. Weight to the solvent is nothing but W1. That is nothing but W minus W2. Why? Because W1 plus W2 is equal to W. Is it not? So here weight to the solution being 100 gram and the weight to the solute is 10. Therefore W1 is equal to 90. So we have all the strategies, inputs. Okay, so W1 is here, W2 is here. So W2, W1, we know already M2 is 180. So we can make use of this formula. Therefore, M is equal to, in place of W2, you can put what? 10 grams. So 10. Simultaneously, you can work out the unit also, gram, and into 1000. Okay, 1000 divided by, then M2. So M2 is nothing but 180, is it not so? 180 into, and what about this? This is 90. Okay, why? W1 is equal to 90 grams. So I have substituted 90 grams. Okay, so that is equal to, now just by dividing this gram by 1000, which is nothing but kg, is it not? Kg. And this one is 180 gram. 180 gram per mole. Per mole. Don't put GM. Okay. Gram means G. That's all. Now you can strike out this, and this is per kg because this weight is per kg. Okay. So mole inverse, when you keep this to the numerator, it becomes plus. Yeah, mole per kg, you can put like this. So this is the molality unit, and here you can get the answer. So this is nothing but you strike out all distance 0 0 0 and proceed, and you will get 0.617 mole per kg. Okay, so this is the first answer. Now let us move to the second question. Second question is, it is asked chi 2. Chi 2 is nothing but, that is N2 by N, is it not? So in that case, chi 2 is equal to N2 by N1 plus N2, that is approximately equal to N2 by N1, okay, being dilute solution. So N2 we know already, N2 is nothing but W2 by M2, okay, so which is nothing but 10 divided by 180, is it not? Now you can substitute. So chi 2 is equal to, what is this, and the N1, you know, that is let us find out N1. So N1 is nothing but What is N1? The W1 divided by what? M1. So that is nothing but W1 is 90 gram because the balance amount of water divided by this one M is molar mass of solvent. Here water is 18. Okay, you know this gives in mole. How you can work out? That is weight, gram divided by gram per mole. Okay, so it is reciprocated. Now it becomes mole. Okay, so the unit is mole. So for number of moles it's mole, and you can bring it here. N2. So N2 is 10 by 180 divided by, you have to replace this. This is 90 by 18. So that is equal to 10 by 180 into 18 by 90. Okay. Now you can strike out. Okay. 10 times. That is equal to 0.011. So this is the mole fraction of the solute. Okay, so take down, and it is also asked chi1 mole fraction of all components they said. So we know already chi1 plus chi2 is equal to 1. Therefore chi2 is equal to 1 minus, I'm sorry, we are finding out chi1. So chi1 is equal to 1 minus chi2. Okay, so what is chi2 here? 0.011. So always do it systematically. Put 1.000 and this is 0.011. So 9 balance 9, 8 and 9. Okay, recheck 10, 1, 9, 10, 1, 9. Okay, so 989. So the chi1 is 0.989. Okay, so this is the mole fraction of solvent portion. So this is the next set of answer. So chi2 is 0.011. Okay, right. Now let us move to the next one. What is the next question? Chi1, Chi2, we have finished molality, mole fraction, and then now let us come to the fourth one, that is molarity. Okay, right. So molarity is nothing but number of moles divided by volume of the solution, that we know. So let us apply the formula once again. Okay, so we move to the fourth one, that is molarity is given by W2 divided by M2 into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in ml. Okay, so here we know that is a density is nothing but weight of the solution divided by volume, is it not? So what is a density? Density is given here. How much? Density is given as 1.2 gram per ml. Okay, so this is 1.2 gram per ml. Okay, gram per ml. And what is the weight of the solution means here, just a minute, and let us come back here. M is equal to W2 by M2. Okay, so we can replace this, is it not? For instance, this is D. So we want to have the volume of the solution. So in that case, W by D. Okay, you can bring it like this. So you can substitute this one by this. Therefore, M is equal to, and W2 is 10 divided by 180, that is the molar mass of glucose, 1000
divided by now volume of the solution, which is nothing but this one. Okay, you can replace this. So this is W by D. Okay, W by D. Or you can have one more equation, W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by, in terms of density you can bring like this, that is W by D. Okay, so again you can convert M is equal to, you can have another equation in terms of density, W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by W into density is reciprocated. So you can apply straight away this equation, remember. So you have to enter this W. W is nothing but 100. So you have to do, because weight of the solution is 100. So M is equal to W2 10 divided by 180 into 1000 divided by weight of the solution 100 into, why weight of the solution 100? Because gram per ml. So, and here already declared the weight as a percentage. So 100 is the weight I have taken. So into density. So what is the density? 1.2 gram per ml. Okay. So I am writing the same here. So either way you can proceed. Okay. So ultimately you are able to get the solution. Okay, so I will give this as a challenge to you. It's very simple. Why don't you try this sum and get me the answer for this question as your comment in the comment column. Okay, so send the answer in the comment column. 10 by 180. I given everything. Only thing is you have to substitute, work out arithmetically and get me the final answer. So get me your final.
Welcome to site.
0.011. So 9 balance 9, 8 and 9. Okay, recheck 10, 1, 9.